8th grade science, these are the directions for the Unit 5 Waves Provocation. So you're going to find that on Google Classroom. It is a slides assignment. I have it open right here. And so as I kind of said, you're going to be learning about waves through music. And if you look on slide 2, this is the first one. You guys should have already watched the cinematics video earlier in activity 1. If you haven't though, watch it again. And then what you're going to do is you're going to write about, so what were some waves that you observed similar to what you did on that Padlet? And then what were the forces that, oh, that scared the crap out of me. My AC just turned on and it closed the door. Whew, that spooked me. Okay, number 2, what forces may have created those waves? If you want to learn more about different parts of the video, apparently you can click here. And these are specific, it looks like, specific parts that have examples of waves. Cool. If we go on to slide 3, so this is where you're going to be using this kind of tool. So on this tool, you're going to kind of follow, there's some directions here using this tool, and then you're really just observing waves through this tool. So I'll kind of show you on the first one, and then there's basically different tools. So this one is looking specifically at sound waves. Each of those dots represents some sort of molecule or particle. Say this is air, these would be like the air particles. And if I play a low note, you can see the waves traveling through that. And if you want, you can even zoom in, and it will give you kind of a side-by-side view as well. Now, if you play a high note, there's waves that are there. They're just moving really fast, and it helps if you zoom in for this one. Okay? And really, it's just kind of using whatever this tool is to identify the wave or kind of look at some patterns with waves. So you're going to describe what it looks like versus the high note with the low note, and then you can, you're trying to focus on one row of dots, and as it plays, you're trying to see, are the dots moving across the screen, or are they just going back and forth? You can describe how they move. And then essentially a lot of this is the same one? It is the same one. You're going to click on the plus button like I showed you how to do and kind of do descriptions of that. And then you're doing something really similar, but now you're using a different tool. So in this case, you're going to use the harmonics. And you'll see these harmonics are already kind of set up like waves as well, with this one having lots and lots of bumps, and this one only has one bump if you play them. Right? Really low note there versus a high note. So really, I shouldn't say, I keep saying really, you're trying to find some of the patterns between high and low notes in waves, which is something we're also going to be talking about throughout this unit as well. It's one of the things we're going to be teaching you. When you get to this one, you're using a different one. This is the sampler. Oh, to kind of key you in on the sampler, when you open that up, you'll hit start playing. And when I'm gonna turn the sound up. But when you hover over one, you'll see the sound wave there, and that's kind of what you're using in this part of the assignment. So looking at the sound wave it produces, and then also listening to the sounds. And you guys can write how the waveform, whatever the question is, you'll be able to figure it out, I think, just fine. You're using the sampler still, and then the last one, it is still the sampler. Oh yeah, because in the sampler too, you can change the sound types as well. So I could go to like silly, and then there's different instruments, obviously, then different sound waves that you can use too. So good luck. I think that should all make sense. Remember, our goal is just really learning about waves, seeing them, really. That's probably the biggest thing, because we can't really see sound waves with our eyes, but we can see them through these different tools. And so that'll kind of help you with that connection of waves. And then you're also kind of really starting to identify some patterns with waves that we'll be learning about this whole unit. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.